Okay, well, this is Information Security by Lillian Quachet. So, first beginning, what is information? And information is an asset which has a value to an organization, and as a result, is why it needs to be protected or needs protection. Now, information can be created, processed, destroyed, stored. Mostly it's stored electronically. That's usually why we do need the protection for it. It could be stolen, lost, used, transferred, published on the web, and verbally spoken. Like if I'm actually giving out information now by even doing this YouTube video. Now, what is this information security that we need so much for information? Now, it is basically the state of being secure, to be free from danger. And security is achieved using several strategies. And security is essential to protect essential processes and systems that provide those processes. You don't usually buy security, you do it. So there's ways in which you can do so, keep your information from being secured, like remembering to log out of stuff or like to turn off your computer so that you won't get hacked. Now, security is not only for devices, but it is for PPT, which is people, processes, and also technology. Now, the data types, public, so data is shown to all users, meaning all users have access to it. Like usually a lot of YouTube videos, all people can have access to those YouTube videos. And private, a group of people, but outsiders should not know. So I know private usually goes with stuff such as like if I share a Google Docs, I can choose to make it private to be seen only to specific amount of people, specific people, which I know. Now, secret, which is data is only known by the very high authority only. So usually like the people who are very high up there maybe that only have access to those data. And confidential, so data is used by a limited number of private users. So usually confidential data types are known like a lot. If you give out your information, I know a lot of people usually say that this is confidential, even if you don't want to share the information with them. Your information is required to be protected. It will be protected, meaning that it won't be shared anywhere else but what you specifically want that information to be for. Now, the type of people who usually use information varies from a lot of people, from customers to contractors, like to employees. Like everybody basically uses information on their day-on-day lives. Now, information security protects information from different ranges of threats, guarantees business continuity, minimizes financial loss, optimizes return on investments, and increases business opportunities. So, business security depends on information security. Now, the primary goals when it comes to information security is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And confidentiality basically ensuring that the information is accessible only to those authorized to have the access. And integrity is a safeguarding the accuracy and completeness of the information and processing method. And availability is ensuring that authorized users have access to information and associated assets when required. This is just a little bit of more of the examples when what has to do with confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And the type of security types are such as physical types, which protects physical items, objects, or areas like a lock on your locker protects your jacket, your coat, your wallet, whatever you put in your locker. And personal types protects individuals or groups who are authorized. So basically protects the type of people who use the information. And operation security protects the details of a specific operation or activity. And communication security protects communication, media, technology, and content. And network security protects networking components, connections, and contacts. And information security protects information assets. So that's actually, you know, what we actually want, like the information security. Now, some of the breaches of security, some things that can go against security is cyber law, intellectual property laws, business interruption costs, customer confidence, financial laws, and reputation laws. And what are some of the risks when it comes to this? The possibility that a threat exploits a obligation in an asset and causes damage or loss to the asset. A threat is something that can cause damage to the organization, IT system, and some vulnerable parts of the IT system can be exploited by a threat. Now, that's just like the risk affects like the threat, asset, and vulnerability. So, you know, attack surface, techniques, and vulnerabilities and value to the attacker. Now, what are some responsibilities we can take when it comes to protecting our information? We can be more alert, like looking around us when putting in passwords or finding a way to get hacked less. Have the latest antivirus updates for your desktop. I know many of the times our information may get stolen because of viruses or hackers having a hold on our information. And ensure your system is locked when left unattended. So make sure that if you're not around, your email or anything that's vital or important that is unlocked so that it's locked so that people can have access to getting your information, and store laptops or media in a safe locked place. And that's also a very important thing because obviously our laptops and media hold the most of our vital information, so it's very important that we're able to store that where people won't be able to take such information. And importance ensure backup of critical information assets like clouds may be able to help back up your information and understand that compliance issues such as cyber law, IPR, copyrights, NDA, contractual obligations with customers. So this can also help too if your information is ever taken. Verify credentials and always turn off computers when you're not using it. Not only does it save battery and less time for charging, but it also saves from getting hacked and information getting stolen. And always be updated with information security aspects. Thank you so much. Have a good one.